Welcome to Yeshiva Daf, Shir Sponsor, Lui Nishmas, Am Yakushol, Navas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf involved. We're starting, we're starting from it's the fifth line from the top in the word E. Imau kalos asur afi kalos asur. Where are we holding now? The Gemara is trying to find out, how do I know that a man is asur on his daughter and granddaughter? So the Gemara you learn from his wife, because by the wife it says Bito Bas Bito. So you learn also his daughter and granddaughter from that, or not through marriage. So the Gemara, 1 second. So once you're learning him from her, so whatever applies by her should apply by him. She kalosa asuro, her daughter-in-law is asur. So also he should be kalosa asur, right? So it should be so also his daughter-in-law is also to him. It's not allowed to be his daughter-in-law. So it should be also to be a daughter-in-law of his wife, which we know that's not true. Why is that true? Because that's called Eishes Chorgu. It's the wife of the stepson. Stepson is the son of his wife. The wife of the stepson is not also Midoraisa. So why not? If you're learning the husband from the wife and the wife from the husband, so the same way the wife, the daughter-in-law is also, the husband should be also daughter-in-law. You have only the wife of your son, not the wife of her son. Joshua Pasuk Rava learns it the same way we saw in the end of the previous daf. Rava tells me I can do Gzir Shava in this point. Why? Meaning, it doesn't matter if you do Gzir Shava and you learn everything that comes from the Gzir Shava. You learn all the dinim from the Gzir Shava, or you learn only the concept of the Gzir Shava. Doim mino means you learn from there, and you learn everything from there. All the halachas, all the dinim, all the specifics. Doim mino v'uka b'asra means you learn from there the idea, but then you apply it and you implement it based on the system over here. Two shitas ayilung zesha says either or it doesn't work over here through the zesha. Why not? Says the Gemara. The man don't do mino. You learn complete zesha. So what are you going to learn? Ma'u kalosa asur afikadami kalosa asur. His daughter-in-law is asur, so her daughter-in-law is asur. Umino ma'u b'skila afikadami b'skila. So you want to tell me that you learn from each other. By him it's skila, because by him we don't find Sreif except by his daughter, by Bas Kohen. But in general, any arayas is always skila. So his daughter-in-law is skila. So also by her daughter-in-law will be skila. So 1 second. The man don't have skila chamurik lemifrach. You have a problem with that. Malish can you have skila turn behi shima b'streifo malu. By him, when he has a relationship with his mother, it's skila, like any other arayas is skila. By her, that's where we start the parak. When you have a mother-in-law and a mother of the mother-in-law and all that, it's all b'streifo. So if you hold skila as marchamor, it's like this. He that has skila by the mother, the daughter is also. She that has only sefer by the mother, the daughter is not also. That's pircha number 1. Another pircha. Pita b'streifa v'kalosa b'skila. So 1 second. Another problem. Her daughter is b'streifa, because we just said daughter, granddaughter, mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, they're all b'streifa from the wife's side. So the daughter will be b'streifa, and the daughter-in-law will be b'skila, which is more chama. That doesn't make sense. The daughter-in-law is less a relative than the daughter. Sigma, 1 second. That's not a question. What about he himself? That beast to b'streifa v'kalosa b'skila. When he has a relationship with his daughter, that's mentioned before, it's a streifo. He said baskoyin, even not baskoyin. When you have a father with his daughter, it's streifo. With his daughter-in-law, it's like any other niskol, any other arash is kilo. Hello. So that's not a good question. So what would be a different question? There's no chiluk in the punishment between the mother and the daughter-in-law. The mother gets skilo, and the daughter-in-law gets kilo. So by her, it should be no difference. And if the mother is b'streifos, the daughter-in-law will be safer. So if you hold the Gzir Shavas doing mino, you have to say there will be b'skilo. That doesn't make sense. So the Gemara appears a pircho. If you hold that skill is more chomer, that's the pircho. And according to Manu Sefer Chomer, at least you have the last question that the daughter has to be equivalent to the mother. Daughter-in-law has to be equivalent to the mother. So according to Manu, it says no. Because Yeshiva, you learn the idea, and then you implement it based on the characteristics of this place. His daughter-in-law is asur, her daughter-in-law is asur. Now take the halachas to there. What? Also with the beskilo, dafka by his daughter-in-law, everything else is beskilo, so also the daughter-in-law is beskilo. Here, the same with the mother is besreifo, so also the daughter-in-law will be besreifo. The old skills bar chamur. Same question. By him, the mother is beskilo. That's what the daughter is also chayav. But here the mother is besreifo, maybe the daughter is not chayav. Another question. And now it's the opposite question before. By him, the daughter gets streifo, the kala gets skilo. So by her, the daughter gets streifo, maybe the kala gets skilo, and you want to learn zashava. If you all don't know, you want to learn that it's streifo. When I say v'chamur, even the old service chamuru, you should ask this question that it should be different between the daughter and the daughter. You really can't ask the question that he's maybe more chamur because the streifo is more chamur. But at least ask the question that the daughter and daughter should be different. So the Gemara, that's the Gemara. So what is it? What is the maskana of the Gemara? So the Gemara, you want to tell me, says, we asking, a husband learns from the wife. And the wife learns from the husband. So the same, his daughter is usher, her daughter should be usher. So Abaye either gzer shav, either gzer kasov. Rama says the gzer shav doesn't work. Anyway, you learn the gzer shav, I have a pircha. And as Tei says in previous Amud, it's not mufne. So if not mufne, you can ask the question, the gzer shav. Says the Gemara, how do you know a daughter from Nusasa? Why? Because the pasuk that speaks about his wife speaks about a wife. That's his daughter and granddaughter. When it speaks about his child, it says Evas Bas Bincho. It says your granddaughter. It doesn't say daughter. So where do you know that a daughter is also? Says the Gemara, it was with three answers. Answer number one is Abaye Kaluchim. If he's also the granddaughter, of course, he's also the daughter. Says the Gemara, you don't look Kavachimer Lagabi Oynish. Kilu Mil Sebalmo, it's only Kilu Mil Sebalmo. So Rashi explained like this. Well, now you have a sister, you have a half sister, meaning sister from the mother's side, sister from the father's side. So the Gemara says, how do you know a sister from both sides? You say, I can't say Kavachimer. Because the sister from both sides is not coming through the sister from the mother, sister from the father. But here, how do you get to the granddaughter? Through the daughter. She's your granddaughter because she's the daughter of your daughter. So the granddaughter is also because the one who's closer is also. That's how you get to. So that's like Kavachimer. That's Gilu Mils. That's Rabbi. Rav Omar Rav Yitzchak Avdimi Asi Heina Heina Sazim Azim. Things are shown we mentioned the previous daf. It says Heino to teach me by him Heino, and it says by her Heino, Shilam daughter. And how do you know Sreifa Zimazim? Tanya Abu Dhabi in the Fishla Man Libitum Anusoso. He says Abu Dhabi. I'll tell you, we don't have a pasuk of the daughter of Anusoso. How do we know it? He says a third explanation. So it says the daughter of a kohen. So there you learn that, and I think Warren's going to say it in a moment. Bas kohen means she does his news with her father. So talk about a daughter. One second. But we know by Bas kohen, we learned it earlier. We're going to learn about Makis. There's a difference between the woman and the boil. The woman gets reifa. The boil gets chenek. So maybe he'll tell you by his daughter also, his daughter will be different than the boil. Says the Gemara, only by a daughter of a kohen that she's causing chil to the father. But here we're talking about the father having a relationship with the daughter. It's causing her to be chol. Nothing's happening to him. So therefore, we don't say there's a difference between the woman and the man. Well, which answer?
It's the daughter of the daughter, and that's it.
Why?
Why are you looking up?
It's three different explanations. Why the third did not agree to the second? First one, maybe he holds Ein Shemin. No, it's another Shiv Hadama. In other words, Rava argues with the Bai. He says they're looking for someone else. And Rav Yitzchak Avdim, sorry, and Rav Huda Avavin, he learns from a different race. He argues with the Bai. Now, why doesn't he learn the Kabbalah? Maybe he holds it is Ein Shemin. Maybe he holds the Kalal, you don't do Kavachim, and works even here. Why doesn't agree? Says the Gemara, so 1 second. There, I understand what you're going to say. You have a woman who has znus. Say, Baskoyin is very special. She gets a streifu. What about him? Leave him in the regular din. Everybody else has chenik. But what about here? Here, what are you going to say about her? She's getting the regular miso. What's going to be about him? It'll be different what she's going to get. Adina the pruya mukim lay. You want to say is that doesn't get punishment at all? No, it doesn't make sense to differentiate him from her. There, she was special. Baskoyin, she has a streifel. He goes back to the regular din. But here, she's not going to get special miso, or his daughter. So therefore, there's no difference to differentiate the husband from the daughter. Okay, we know an einish. You learn from here that you punish her. How do you know Azar? Where's the warning? Like Binyamin said before, you learn the granddaughter from the daughter. So the same with the granddaughter is a punishment, and the granddaughter is a Azara. Also, the daughter has a Azara and a punishment. Then according to Rava, you learn Ziyah Shav. Hello, according to the third answer, how do you learn? You learn from Baskoyin. Baskoyin doesn't say Azara; it says only the punishment. Pasuk says, don't let your daughter do znus. The woman dashes to do znus with her husband, with her father. Hi, is coming for this. We'll learn something else over here. Could it be we talk about a kohen who is marrying his daughter to a Levi in Yisrael? Maybe say a kohen should let his daughter marry only a kohen. Talk about allowing the daughter to marry someone. Someone who's allowing his daughter to be niv eles for not for the purpose of marriage. That's what we're supposed to speak about. Not the father comes with the daughter. So okay, it says one can name a call al tachil, say all tachil with one lamed. My al techalel, shrabi no tat. So you learn both things. You learn the fact that the father has a problem being with his daughter, and you learn also that the daughter, that if he can't just marry her, just let her to be with us. So what are they going to do this pasuk? They already know the Azara. Now the Gemara is shifting a little bit into a little bit of Gata. After we learned all this shakla v'tayo of limudim, which is not easy, because you know this pasuk is talking about someone is marrying his daughter to an old man. What's the reason? I'm sure you point out. We'll see in a second. She's not going to be satisfied with him, and she's going to want to do znus. That's what it means. Don't make your daughter do znus by marrying her to someone who's much older than her. Someone who marries his daughter to an old man. Someone who says his daughter, his older daughter, he's keeping her old, not allowing to marry because he doesn't feel that this is the right shidduch. He lets her get old, and again, you have a problem here that she wants to do znus. Someone who's a Rasha. What's a Rasha? He's a Rasha. He's conniving. He's trying to scheming to do something wrong, but he's successful. And someone who allows his older daughter to remain at home. What do you mean? Well, that's also Rasha. Why is he not marrying her? He says because he wants to find a good shidduch. But really, he wants someone to help at home. He needs some help. He doesn't want to hire help, so he has his older daughter. So bye. Right? So you're right. So he went down finding phone base. Harry Coleman. Who is this ani? He's poor because he doesn't have money to pay for help. And he is a Rosh Hashanah. That's That's what we're talking about. Now that we learn that some people that they try to trick you, so be careful. Not take an eitzah from somebody who does it for his own benefit. Come to him, ask for eitzah. He says, do this because he wants to benefit from it. Don't get eitzah from there. Someone who marries his daughter to an old man, someone who marries a older woman, I mean adult, to a child. So the first two, pshat is that one of them is older and has less taiva, either the man or the woman, and the other one is younger and has all the hormones. So that's called svesa rava. Rava means saturated. Svea means thirsty. Don't put a thirsty with someone who's not thirsty. Someone wants a lot of beer, one does not want a lot of beer. That's the first two cases. The first case is talking about a goy. And now I give a veda to a goy. This, by the way, was a sentence that was removed from the earlier Gemaras by the censorship. Rashi says, what's chat? Tzmeyo is amisol. They're thirsty for Kadosh Baruch Hu. And Rava, the saturated, is the goy not interested in Kadosh Baruch Hu. So don't give a Veda, Jew who finds a Veda, should not give it, don't fulfill the needs of the one who's not Meshur with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
What's the Veda in this case?
The Veda? No, it's the third case. Someone who finds a Metzia, should not give it back to a guy.
Why?
Because the Pasuk says, Why? What's the pshat in it? So there's a lot great of it. One simple understanding about Musa bring is someone who thinks.
One of the mitzvahs listed, isn't it?
No, it's a Joshua Pasuk.
Why?
Avedo is a mitzvah. It's not
Service of Veda.
a Shabbos Aveda.
Yeah.
By a goy, you don't have a mitzvah. So why are you returning it? Because you feel bad.
He's a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Well, Phil will show.
Oh, so Chil Hashem, it says you could do it. It says clearly Chil Hashem. There's no Chil Hashem. Let's say they don't know about it. Eva, you're right, then you can do it. But let's say there's no Eva, there's no Chil Hashem. The guy was going in the street in the middle of New York City, he lost something, and you go and you give it back to him. Very nice. Okay, maybe Kaddish Hashem, maybe. The thing is, as Bala Musa pointed out, is shot is that you do it because you're a nice guy. The Torah is not meant for nice guys. The Torah is mitzvahs. You do Torah because it's Yotzar Hashem. It's not Yotzar Hashem to come and give the Aveda to a guy. The fact that you're giving back an Aveda is not because you're a nice guy. Because it's Yotzar Hashem. The Torah tells you by a guy you don't have that. Everybody agrees that, of course, that Gezel a guy is a machlokes. But to give back an Aveda is Yisr. It's Yisr Shulchan Aruch.
In other words, if you find the Aveda, you should keep it.
Yes.
No.
Shmuel wants you to keep it.
Talking about me, you didn't speak. You should take it home.
Yeah, take it for yourself. You can understand more that Pshat HaKadosh Baruch will send you something and you go and put it back. What do you mean?
So that's the reason.
Yeah, I mean that's an additional dimension to it. Shmuel sends you a thing. What's your cheshbon? Really, what even more doimic is? All moment in the world is a HaKadosh Baruch Hu thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends it to the people. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells you, I'm telling you that you find that Aveda belongs to the Yid. How you lost it? No, you give it back to him. By a guy, you don't have such a thing. So what do you mean? Because it was lost from him. It means he doesn't deserve it anymore. So you get to go and give against what's on Hashem? Talk to Gemara. Yeah. Says the Gemara, the Gemara says that don't marry young children, to older people. So the Gemara says, someone who loves his wife like his own body. Respects her more than himself. Someone who educates his kids to do the right thing. And he marries them close to the age of adulthood, but not yet adulthood. What does it mean? Immediately after they turn 12 or 13, right before that. Meaning you make shalom in your house, there will be no chet, and you learn, and the Rashi goes on. When they're young. So it says that what is more bothered by? It was bothered by if so you just said in the Gemara before that don't marry to someone older. Here, Masha, you marry when you're close. Says the Gemara, someone will pick a child. Says the Gemara, you're right. Don't marry someone who's too young. A child, younger girl, that you don't marry. But if they're very close, they're about to get to adulthood, to the age of Taivo, then you do marry.
Very poor.
Yeah, Miriam.
This is male or female, actually,
Both, yeah. So it says the Gemara, someone who loves his neighbors. He brings it craving closer. Says someone who marries his niece. Someone who gives money to a nani when he needs it. You daven, Shmuel listens to you. Rashi says why? Look at Loshu Rashi. Tikru Hashem Yani. What's this before that? Give the hungry food, and don't ignore your family. So that's all the people that are close to you is your family, your niece, your neighbors. And Rashi says, give food to the hungry. And it says, maybe you're going to Hashem is going to listen to you. Tosh brings you a question. The more you says, when a person only gives, you give him money, it's very nice. As Tosh, the one Chagiga says, what's the worst thing? Someone who gives money to the ani when he needs it. She says, well, of course, it's stira. So Tosh says that the first answer, Tosh says, Pshat is, they were talking about the tax collectors coming to collect taxes. It comes a tax that says, to the ani, you owe $1,000. Yeah. You come, you don't have, you take $1,000. So not only the tax collector took it, he also owed the money to you. Here we're talking, he's giving the money for the ani when he really needs it. So the question is, what does it mean when you give it when you need it? Oh, I know. So rather needs to be you're taking care of him. Take care of him. No, marry, I mean, you're marrying yourself. You're marrying him. No, and you're still marrying her because she needs look at shidduch. You go to shidduch. The big shayla that all the before should deal with here is that a Sefer Chassidim it says that one should not marry his niece. One of the tzavos is Yehuda Chos. Not Sefer Chassidim. Yehuda Chos wrote Sefer Chassidim, and tzavos Yehuda Chos it's not to marry niece. So how can he go against the Ferish Gemara? Yeah, I'm saying it's later Takana. They also marry two wives. He's not to marry two wives. So not to marry niece, but it's a Ferish Gemara. It's a beautiful thing to do. So the Mephosh were busy with it. Yeah. The simple way is Yehuda Chossi was a Saket HaKodesh based on what he saw that generation needs, even though it was against the Gemara. Right. That's some things we accept. Okay, so now we're going back to our Gemara. How we started the whole sugya in the previous daf. We started by saying, what is the Torah mention? So it says in the pasuk, it says like this. The pasuk says, "Bish asheikach isho ve'es imo," a woman and her mother. Zimohi peish yisreifu oiso ve'esem. You have to burn him and them. Who's es him? Sam for them. Why them? Why both? Says the word oiso ve'esem oiso ve'esachas ben di Rabbi Shmuel. Shmuel says that doesn't mean them. It means one of them. Kibo yiver oiso ve'eshter. Between them. In other words, Bashwos Doshi means it's enough community how you dash the words of the pasuk. Different than usually in Shas, the Bashwos Doshi means is not a real enough community. Here there's a real enough community. Es head is es echas behem. Head is one. Right? So you learn. We're talking about he marries a woman. That's legit. And he's also the mother-in-law. So you have to burn the mother-in-law. Now, what about the mother of the mother-in-law? We didn't mention the pasuk. How do we learn it? I have a drasha for the mother of the mother-in-law. Both. What do you mean? Why are you killing both? We're not talking about the mother and the daughter. We're talking about the mother and her mother. Talk about the grandmother and her daughter, meaning the mother of the mother-in-law and the mother-in-law. Talk about chamoiso after death. As hem means when only one of them is alive. You go and burn oisoi veshem, even though only one of them is alive. Who's one of them? Meaning his wife died, and the mother-in-law is alive. So do you kill if someone has a relationship with his mother-in-law after the death of his daughter? of the daughter of his wife, is the Issa straight for or not? So then Shmuel, yes, it said it's achas mehem, even when only one of them was alive. Give us so by Sur Be'almo. Give us says no. There's no, you don't have straight for when a person has a relationship with his mother-in-law after the wife died. Say Sur Be'almo, and discussion we're showing him exactly which level of Isur. And Rashi says Isur Oru Shechem im Chotanta. So Oru. But we show exactly if there's anything else, but as the Torah is not Misa Kotabakim. And that's what the Gemara said in the beginning of the Sugya, where it said Bishma Koita Abaye, we do mention the Pasuk according to one man the Omar, the grandmother-in-law. But according to Rabbi, everybody agrees the grandmother-in-law is not mentioned. The mother and the daughter. And the grandmother we live from one direction. So the Mishnah. We're going through the Aramis basis. Now we're getting to Neirogin, the ones that are being killed with a sword. How we say someone who's a murderer. We will worship Anidachas. Says now we're going to explain Ritzeach. Ritzeach shikasra be'evan or be'barzel. A Ritzeach who killed a friend with a stone or with steel. The kavash Allah techamayim, or he forced him into the water or into the fire. The mace. This will be the big sugya. He forced him into the water. He basically drowned him, or he put him into the fire, and that's why he can't get out of there. He's chayav. So it's called Ritzicha. Yeah, but goes to the victim. He goes to explain what does exactly mean. It's next tomorrow. The next stuff. He threw him in the water. He could get out. Put him in the fire. He could get out, but he didn't. The mace, but he's not chayav. She's supposed to kill. She's supposed to nochash butter. He made the dog. What's the word in English? Inside the dog and the snake, but the dog and the snake are on their own. It's more of a guama. It's butter. He put the nochash mamish. Put the hand into his mouth, then it's a machlokas if he's chayav. The one's going to explain all. And all the other things it says yad, because it says be'evin yad be'kli it's yad. I'm not sure there was a size. You have to have a size of a stone.
Not to kill.
But a barzel you don't need to. Shabarzel maybe is because anything, even the smallest thing you can be a barzel. So Rashi learns the is because you can stick the barzel like a knife into the body. So it says there's also a thorn you can do such a thing. Or have to get the barzel. So he says because a barzel, even the smallest barzel, can cause when it's rusty, it can cause a person to have the opposite tendency, right? I mean you'll get affected through that. Yeah, correct. Who knows the barzel can kill with even the smallest amount. And that's the Torah did not give him any shear, but the barzel, which means he cut him with the barzel, and that's what makes him into the that's already the miso, and that's the Torah did not say yad by barzel. Let's just see 3 more lines over here. So they want to threw him into the water. So Reisha Buskavash was Savior Buskavash. Reisha Buskavash Applegav the Laviu. He did throw him into the water. The guy was in the water, and what he did was he just didn't allow him to go out. He caused him not to go out. He's chayav. Savior Buskavash. How got the dog for even though he's the one who threw him into the water? He could have gone on his own out. He didn't go out. And then he got stuck afterwards, that he's pulled. And now the Gemara is going to go to speak about this idea that a person who forces someone, doesn't allow him to go out, that's called concept mitzamtzem. So it means you narrow his escape route. And how do you know that? It's going to see Be'ez Hashem in the next daf.